Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. My name is TJ Leo.
And my name is Cole Two Belts.
And this is
For now.
For now, indeed. We will find out today because today is the Night of Champions 2025 results show. Results, reacts, review, all that good stuff. If you've never turned?
That too.
It's a good start. It's a good start. If you've never tuned into the show before, Wrestling Renaissance is a professional wrestling show that covers WWE, NXT, and AEW. And before every WWE PLE, NXT PLE, and AEW pay-per-view, we talk about the build-up to the shows, make our official predictions, and then on subsequent shows like today, we break down the results, see how we fared in our predictions, and rate each match on the Co-op Entertainment review scale of 1 to 10. And as I mentioned, this past Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern was Night of Champions 2025. I have to say, right off the bat, gotta love those afternoon.
Yes.
Love them.
Other than being at work while it's on, yeah. They're great. They're great.
I'm awake for the whole thing. I don't get exhausted by the end, and then when I'm done, I don't go to bed. I do other shit. That's great.
It's like watching an American football game at 1 o'clock in the afternoon for 3 hours.
It's great.
And then you've got the rest of your night.
Yeah, you get the rest of the night to do whatever you want. So yeah, I wish that was a regular occurrence, but I don't think that's. I shouldn't actually wish that because that would mean it was in Saudi all year. So
could be
not
going
to do that.
Like Backlash last year. And
was that at 1 p.m. or was that a little bit later? I think it was like
2 maybe.
2 or 3, yeah, something like that. But yeah,
5 hours ahead of us. Saudi is 7 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Raw's going to kind of be like that this week. Raw's at 6 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, the WWE's being nice to their employees and giving them the week off for July 4th.
Yes,
it's nice. So they're recording Raw and SmackDown simultaneously, basically, which makes for a pretty good super show for the Pittsburgh people. So that'll be cool.
Except they probably have to see Sami Zayn and the Wyatt shits. So,
ooh,
yeah,
the Wyatt shits.
So you just take the good with the bad, I guess.
Well, we will find out. Let's get into this. So, I think this was if this was not the first time they were in the Kingdom Arena, it was a cool arena. It was a really cool arena. Great stage, huge stage for an arena that size. Loved it.
It's almost like a WrestleMania size stage.
It really was a WrestleMania size stage. There was a lot of empty floor though. A lot of empty floor.
Seemed like it.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the pan out shot where they do like the whole ringside and floor area, but the seats only go back like 5 rows. It feels like maybe 10, like maybe 2 sets, and then it's just empty on the rest of the floor. I don't know if that's because the floor is reserved for the family, King's family or Prince's family, whatever, the royal family. Or special guests, or I don't know. It just seemed like there was a lot of extra space they could have sold tickets in. Well, sold tickets.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a cool arena, cool stage, great presentation. Yeah. I did find it hilarious when they did like the opening shot of Wade and Cole at ringside that the camera was out of focus.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this so blurry? So, someone screwed up. That was pretty funny. Mark Nash did the announcing. I like him. I think he's really good.
He is good. He is really good.
He's super unique and puts a lot of energy into it. And I think he's going to be synonymous with Cena's final run. Hearing him say, the never seen 17.
Yep.
It's just, I'm going to associate Cena and Mark Nash together. Pretty cool. All right. First match was the King of the Ring finals. Cody and Randy.
I I had thought, I'd said the other day, I thought it was going to be the Queen of the Ring.
Queen of the Ring. Mm-hmm.
But ended up being Cody and Randy.
In hindsight, this makes more sense, but we'll get into that later. It's just you always need to start off the show with a banger, and spoilers.
Between the two, this was probably the better choice.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's give our rating, 1 to 10 rating. I really should have wrote down our review scale. I thought I did somewhere.
1 to 10.
Yeah, but I had word association with all of them, and I seem to have lost it. I remember the top 5. I just don't remember the bottom 5. That's my problem. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, look at that. We agree. All right. So I took notes throughout the whole show. So we're just going to do the same thing we always do. Go through the notes. If I missed anything, you make sure to call me out for it. All right. Randy came out first. Extremely loud crowd sung Orton's theme. It's great.
They didn't sing the song. They just sang the chorus.
They sang the chorus, yeah.
They don't know the full. They don't know the whole words. Same with Cody.
Did you watch the pre-show conference? So when Randy Orton came out, they were singing his theme song, but they tried to sing the first verse, and they got lost like halfway. And Randy's like, "Don't worry, I don't know the fucking words either."
Yeah,
it's so funny. One thing I noticed immediately when Randy entered the ring was heavy security at ringside. Heavy security.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, like there was like no less than 6 on the side that Randy walked by in order to get in the ring. I was like, oh, that's abnormal. But I guess it makes total sense given the circumstances out that way in the world.
Yeah,
wanting to make sure their company feels safe. I guess it were. They were definitely keeping an eye on 2 things. They were keeping an eye on people getting too close to the barricade, and they were doubly making sure of people standing when they shouldn't be. Like, I constantly saw the security going like, sit down, people behind you can't see.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Randy got his classic sparking pyro during his pose. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did see that. Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, I was watching WrestleMania, and they were like, his golden shower is back.
Oh God.
I was like, yep. Yeah, he called it that. Cody came out second. Got maybe one of the biggest woes I've ever heard from that crowd. The crowd was super hot.
Well, they did it under duress, probably.
Yeah, you better whoa, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Whoa! Don't shoot me. All right. Early on in the match, Orton tweaks his back, kayfabe, of course, when delivering a superplex. He tweaks it again after his signature backbreaker hip toss move. Did he ever come up with a name for that thing? He does that like sideways hip toss, but then he like has them land on his back. He never really named that move, did he?
I don't know. No.
Nothing that I can remember. My next point here was hate the Cody Cutter. Why is it weaker than the RKO? It's literally the exact same move, but off the rope or off the top rope in some cases.
Yeah. You brought up that Randy tweaked his back on the superplex, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can I just say, Michael Cole needs to make it not so obvious that that something like that happens. Like right after it happened, he said, "You see that right there? He tweaked his back. That's going to bother him for the rest of the match or something like that."
Yeah, Cole is horrendous for pre-scripting that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and not making it feel organic.
Yeah,
he should have waited at least 10 seconds after that happened and been like, "Oh, what's going on with Orton?"
You see Orton, he's grabbing his back. I wonder if that was from the superplex or something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of like a second. later. It was just way too obvious.
He times things so badly. He does that during the Rumble too. I don't know if you ever noticed during the Royal Rumble when someone, when the music hits for whoever it is, he's practically already saying who's coming out, and I'm like, you don't know who's coming out. You're not supposed to know. Stop.
It's
Stop
like
doing that.
It's like, oh, here comes Jordan Gray. She's a TNA Impact champion that won the title from blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
He's always got a pre-written script for that. It's like, Cole, you don't need that. You don't need to do that anymore. You know.
Yeah.
Good call. But my next point was just Orton is huge. when he's on the roids, man, he's a big boy.
I think they announced him at 290. I think I heard.
He's huge. Like Cody's not a small dude, and just seeing them next to each other, I'm like, Orton looks Batista like right now. It's a little.
I mean, Orton's like 1980s Hogan size.
Yeah, he's beast. I don't know if I like it though. To me, peak Orton was like the sleek Orton when he was a Psycho. That was my favorite look of Orton. Like he was slimmed down. He had that Psycho look. I don't like big Orton. I don't know. I would guess 40,
46,
7,
45.
45. We both lost the prices, right? What's next here? Super intense suspended DDT from Orton. Another move that he hasn't named is one of his signature moves. Cody countered the RKO into the crossroads. Randy kicked out. I've had a note here that it's been a fairly Cody dominant match up until this point. Immediately followed up by RKO out of nowhere. Then Randy would go for the punt. And a kick out. Yep. Randy would go for the punt, but hesitated as he doesn't want to hurt his friend, but goes for it anyway, but too late, which gives Cody the chance to counter into a figure 4 leg lock of all things. Which Randy escaped. There was a great sort of punches back and forth spot that really got the crowd going. Randy counters the Cody cutter into an RKO, and Cody barely kicks out. Great spot. That spot had me. I was like, oh shit, is Randy going to win this? And
I was hoping he would.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he would too. I was like, shock me. I like the shocker.
Yep.
But no, he did not. Cody kicked out. Great spot though. Randy decided to go for a chair from the outside of the ring. He brought it in the ring just for the ref to take it away, which was part of Randy's plan. While the ref was getting rid of the chair, which, takes half an hour.
Yeah.
For some reason, he can't just toss it out of the ring. He's got to hand it to someone slowly. That opportunity let Randy expose the top turnbuckle. Cody then countered Orton into the turnbuckle, latched on the crossroads, and pinned Orton.
You see, he should have done that brass knuckles trick where he had one set of brass knuckles. Ref sees it, takes it from him, and then go and get another one out of his tights or something. Yep.
Yeah. That one's fun. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Decent match. Shorter than I had pictured the match being. Although once I knew it was the opener, I was like, okay, this is going to be pretty straightforward. This is the banger to get it out of the way because everyone knows Cody's going to win.
Now you say it was shorter than you thought. It was just under 20 minutes. The second longest match of the night.
Oh, it didn't feel long, which is a good thing. Yeah, it was good for what it was, I thought. If not super predictable ending.
You knew with these two it was going to be a lot of storytelling, kind of a slow, methodical pace, not a lot of high spots. I'm always kind of disappointed in the amount of finishers that they kick out of in WWE. They do a lot of them. So does
AEW. It's like a current wrestling problem, I would say.
AEW, you expect it. This is more disappointing when WWE does it.
Yeah, it is. They have a history of protecting moves. That being said, though, it's kind of a double-edged sword because on one hand you have these epic kickouts, finishers. On the other hand, if you know, and like you said, it gets a little like, what's the point of a finisher if it doesn't finish them, kind of a thing, right? But then on the other hand, you've got, you know, if a finisher is pretty much a guaranteed win, then there has to be a lot more counters of it so that when they do hit it, you're like, oh shit, it's over. But again, on the flip side of that, if they protect all these moves, when you see that finisher, you already know it's over, and the pin is just kind of a formality. So there's definitely like a balancing act that they need to do, I think. But I do agree that they're too far over on the kick out of everything.
Yeah.
Meter. Yeah, I agree. So before we get into predictions, post-match in-ring interview with Cody, who had to raise the mic to his mouth because Byron wasn't holding it high enough. Oh, Byron, how are you still working there?
Yeah.
No idea. No clue. Cody gives Orton his flowers. Orton seems to be bothered by it. Foreshadowing?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Also, Cody had some heelish stuff in this match too. You know, he was working on that back, and then obviously he had that spot at the end pushing him into the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
The exposed turnbuckle. Both these guys kind of had some dirt, you know, in the match. So interesting. How do we do on predictions? Let's start with the winner.
Oh, and also in his speech afterwards, he talked about he likes entertaining the fans, and you know, some about beating the beloved characters that they love.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like admitting,
very heelish.
Well, I mean, just kind of pulling back the curtain a little too far. How
calling them characters?
Yeah, calling them. You know, when I beat your beloved characters or something like that.
Yeah, he probably should have worded it heroes. I've beaten your beloved heroes. You know, that probably would have made more sense. Yeah.
Basically, making sure everybody knows that they're this is play fighting.
This is play fighting.
Yeah, it's play fighting. Yeah.
Fair.
Well, as far as predictions, we both thought we both like Cody to win to get that eventual rematch. Me for 6 and you for 5.
Nice. Good start. What was the bonus question?
The bonus question was,
I think I have it here.
Will the win be dirty?
Oh.
Will the win be dirty?
And it was.
And it was.
The old turnbuckle spot.
Purposeful or not, it was.
Yeah, it was not a clean win.
Not a clean. We both picked no, that it would not be dirty, so we both got 0 points on the bonus question.
Which is hilarious because they both did dirty things, and we just didn't see that coming.
Yep.
We're getting weak. We're getting soft. All right.
We believe too much in Cody. That will never happen again for me.
Hope. What do you think? This is like the end of his winning ways?
I mean, I always hope it's the end of his winning ways. Always.
I really do want to see him turn heel, though. I want to see how that works out. Because I think he can do it really well. He does need to change his theme song, though.
Yeah.
Along with a lot of people need to change their theme songs.
Yes.
All right. Well, there's your King of the Ring, ladies and gentlemen, facing the WWE champion at SummerSlam. All right. Let's move on to the next match, which was... They call it a street fight up until the show, where they change it to the Riyadh Boulevard street fight. Lol. Right,
yes.
Let's give our point here, or our rating here. This one's tough. I'm between 2 on this one. All right. I went with the lower option, just to be clear.
I went with the higher.
Oh, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. All right. Let's get to the notes. So Raquel comes out first. Didn't know she had her own Judgment Day theme. I remember her having like a very Mexican esque,
mariachi type.
Yeah. But this was like a darker. It was like it was almost to the current new Judgment Day theme tempo. So I don't know how new this is, but it's not terrible. I kind of like it.
It's not terrible.
Yeah. But she got no real response from the crowd, which is not surprising. Rhea, however, huge pop, as expected. Great entrance. Cool gear. She had a like a jack-o'-lantern on her knee, and she had sort of like orange face paint. It was kind of cool. Then Raquel had sort of like a dark navy blue suit on. Kind of unique looking. Although both of them wearing dark was kind of an odd choice. For those that don't know, that the women that participate in matches in Saudi have to wear like full body suits. They can't have any skin showing on their. Basically, they can only show their hands and their hands and their head are the only skin they can show.
Even the referee had to wear a turtleneck or the cover her neck when she was out there.
Okay, so Raquel gets Rhea hooked into the ropes and smokes her with a kendo shot after some back and forth. Rhea attempts a suplex off the announce table onto the hood, which is like suspended on like the timekeeper's area. But Raquel reverses and gets off the table. Rhea attempts to jump off the table onto Raquel with what I assume was going to be a hurricanrana, which she doesn't really ever do. I don't think. But Raquel catches her and power bombs her through the hood previously mentioned. Great spot. I wish they would use the hood more often like that because it makes a good snap sound.
Yeah. I think it was going to be like a cannonball type, like a rolling senton or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Raquel just caught her, which was a pretty sick thing to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Raquel's a beast.
And Rhea's not exactly small to be able to catch like that. No.
They're basically the same height.
Yeah.
Rhea's just a little bit more slim. What else? Where were we here? Rhea reverses Raquel into the steel steps and then removes her belt. That's studded, by the way, and starts whipping Raquel mercilessly.
And that's why the belt was ranked really high in her tier maker. The sound was just brutal.
That may have been the most vicious looking and longest lasting leather strap whipping, belt whipping segment I've ever seen.
Hearing that makes my ass and my back hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It lasted forever. Like she was doing it on the outside of the ring, and then she chased her inside of the ring, and she's like, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Let that poor woman sleep tonight. She's going to have a shower and just burn. Yeah, that was a crazy spot. Props to Raquel for taking that. Rhea then gave Raquel a razor's edge, which I guess is just a nod to Damian now? Question mark?
Could be.
Because she's never really used that move before, to my knowledge. So
Not too much.
Assuming now that they're on different shows, maybe that's what it was meant to be. Raquel kicked out. It got a "This is awesome" chant. First "This is awesome" chant from the crowd of the night. Rhea locks in her standing figure four. What does she call that? She has a name for that move.
I don't know.
Like puts them in that standing figure four and like elevates them. I think she has a name for it. But Roxanne Perez comes in and breaks it up because it's a street fight, no DQ. Rhea chases her around the ring and is able to reverse a swinging DDT into a suplex on the outside. Pretty good spot there. Rhea put a trash can on Roxanne's head and then does a running knee strike into it. Always a good spot. Makes a good thud. Raquel shoved Rhea into the ring post and then heads back inside the ring and runs her into the bottom of the steel steps that were sitting on the apron. God, that looked ugly.
Yeah.
the bottom of the steel steps are hollow, so the only thing you could possibly hit are the sharp edges of the steel. It's a nasty spot. I was like, was that supposed to be like that?
That's crazy.
It was nasty. After some back and forth, Raquel sets up a table on the top rope. No Slim Jim on the table, by the way.
They didn't need the money for this weekend.
I guess. I thought that was just a thing now. It was just they all were going to have Slim Jim on the table. Or maybe the agreement is only for the States.
Could be.
Maybe they don't sell Slim Jim in Saudi, so they're like, it's fine. International stuff, they just won't have it. I don't know.
Or Saudi said, we're paying you enough money. We don't want anybody else.
Yeah, that's possible. And then there was a table. So when the table was propped up on the top rope, Raquel tried to, I guess, Irish whip Rhea into the table like head first, but Rhea reversed it. Raquel went into the table head first. And then they both climbed up to the top of it as it's suspended on the top rope. And I was like, could you not die? Those tables break if you just lean on them the wrong way, let alone two. I'm not saying large women, but pretty beefy wrestlers up on that table. I'm like, be careful, please, for the love of God. And the table almost slipped off the edge. I don't know if you caught it, but the referee had to hold the table on one side because it was like maybe that much from the end of the rope.
Oh, yeah.
I know. And he's just like, hurry the fuck up, guys. Rhea then did the riptide from the table to the ring. Rhea wins. And that's all she wrote.
Yep. Not many false finishes in the match.
No. There was just a lot of beatings.
Yes.
A lot of beatings. Oh, Sim31's in the chat. I guess I guess Slim Jim wasn't allowed in Saudi because of the religious beliefs over there, not consuming pork.
Yeah. Could be. That makes sense.
That would make sense. Yeah. Don't snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, good match. I think it was Raquel's best performance, maybe.
That's they have a good chemistry in the ring. They are a good match for each other.
They had a video package before that showcased that I guess they were like best friends in NXT.
Yes, they were. Yep.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, they do have really good chemistry.
This is basically the female equivalent of big meaty men slapping meat.
Yes, yeah, it's the female equivalent. Agreed.
Yeah.
It was a very unexpectedly good match. I do think the fact that it was a street fight helped a lot, though. I think if this was just a straight one-on-one, it'd probably be okay, but I think the street fight really took it up a notch. Although, just to put it out there, there was only one real weapon used the whole match, and that was a kendo stick. The rest of the stuff, they shoved the opponent into them. So there was the table, there was the barricade, there was the hood, the steel steps, but they really didn't use weapons on each other except for the kendo stick. Oh, and I guess the belt. Too.
The belt.
Forgot about the belt, which was I still can't believe it was a studded belt. Do you know how much more that would hurt?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Holy shit, poor Raquel.
So now that this is over, what's next for Rhea?
What's next for anyone? Either of them.
She beat the Judgment Day again.
I didn't watch the post show, but I think she mentioned EO. So I don't know if she wants another shot at EO. I don't know.
I mean, why have Roxanne come out if Raquel's still going to lose?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely made the Judgment Day look weaker than they already look.
Yeah.
I mean, Rhea just keeps crushing them, and Judgment Day keeps losing.
I mean, Monday on Raw, JD and Finn have a tag team title match. Chances are they're going to lose that one. I mean,
who's the Raw tag champs? Oh,
the New Day.
Which is weird. Heels versus heels.
Yeah. Just like,
yeah, I don't know, man. The state of the Raw storytelling, especially right now, is pretty weak. I think we said it on the last show that I think Rhea needs to go to SmackDown. She's gone through the Raw roster enough by this point that it's just getting repetitive. You know, trade LA Knight and Rhea, just swap them. That's what you kind of need to do to refresh things a little bit.
Yep. I mean, she can go over where Bianca is, where Naomi is. I don't really I don't really need to see Rhea versus Stephanie yet.
No, but it lines it up though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Rhea definitely.
Giulia's over there too.
Yeah, Giulia won the U.S. title on Friday on SmackDown.
Yes, she did.
She did.
All right. How do we do on predictions, sir?
Well, predictions. I thought Roxanne was going to help Raquel win. Obviously, that did not happen. And you thought Rhea was going to win. You got 2. I got 0.
Oh. Nice. What was the bonus?
First weapon used.
Oh. Which was the kendo stick.
Which apparently was the kendo stick.
It was pretty much the only weapon used aside from the belt.
I said the chair, you said kendo stick, so you got 1 and I got 0.
Woo! Yeah, I still don't understand why she brought in a kendo stick and a chair. Because the chair never got used.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of that was. All right. So yeah, pretty good match. Enjoyed that immensely.
That was a good one.
Yeah. All right, next up was Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Let's do our rating here. I feel like we're going to disagree on this one.
Maybe.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me get to my notes here. Where'd my marker go? Can't have that disappear. All right, so first of all, no video package.
I noticed that. No video package for this one.
Nothing. Cross comes out first. I had a note here that I hate how Scarlett walks ahead of Cross. It's confusing. It's like, get out of the way. You're not in the match. Go away.
Well, she's singing the whole time.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah.
Lyric, lip syncing. Bad lip syncing. His in-ring entrance part is really cool. Like when she goes, the end is here, and then she gets out of the way, and he comes up going like, and the lights all changed and flicker, and he goes ballistic. Like, I really like that part, but everything leading up to him getting in the ring is like, it's just like poor fest.
And then when the match starts, you go back to sleep.
No. Yeah, he got a decent pop though from the crowd, which was surprising. Sammy came out though then to a much bigger pop.
Yes.
Came out wearing a I'm gonna call it a shawl. I'm assuming there's probably a proper name for the headdress that they wear. But he was wearing it, and he had like Saudi color themed pants, which is cool.
A Gutra?
Is that what the headdress is called? The Gutra?
Yeah, I just looked it up. Gutra.
Okay. Well, there you go. Never heard that term before.
Me neither.
You learn something new on this show, guys. You learn. My first note when they got in the ring was Sammy's he's starting to look like George the Animal Steel. I don't know if you pay much attention, but he's getting hairy. It's getting a little off-putting. Like, dude.
It is not called a Kushka Okada.
Wow.
It's close, though.
Yeah,
It's close.
it is close. Yeah, he needs to. His whole look just needs a complete revamp. I'm sorry, Sammy, but you look like I don't even know, just a ginger bum. Yeah, it's. And I can't imagine that your wrestling friends like wrestling you when you're all harried up.
Yeah.
You know? Get some manscaping going there, bro. It's just a little off-putting. Anyway.
You could use that for a sponsor. Come on, Manscaped. Give us a
Yeah,
call.
yes. Sammy would be good as a good spokesperson if he would use it. But yeah, Manscaped. We'll take your sponsorship. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sammy. So they had they started the match. They had some back and forth, and then Sammy did a feigned dive to the outside, which was pretty amusing. It looked like he was going to fly over the top rope, but he like sat on the top rope and did a backflip back into the ring.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty cool. And then I can't picture this spot in my mind, but he did like a moonsault reversal off the barricade, which looked sick. You don't normally do whatever he did. I was like, oh, you don't normally do that because the barricade might fall over. It was a really good spot by Sammy. My next point was Karrion's got some great facial expression. He did some really good storytelling visually in this match. Some sly smirks, some laughs, just really good facial expression. Karrion did a great snap German suplex twice, actually, on Sammy. His what do you call his side slam? Karrion's side slam. He does he hooks your kind of sideways, and he it's like a backdrop, but he does it sideways. They kept saying the name in the match, and then I couldn't figure out what it was called. But he did it numerous times in the match, and it looks deadly, man. Sammy looked like he almost landed on his head every single time. And I don't know. Hey, look, our thing fixed itself. Our cameras fixed themselves. Oh, now what? Now they're back. What? Did you, minimize it. Did you have something minimized?
No.
Oh, weird. It went back to the way it used to be for 2 seconds, and then now it's back. Weird. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Yeah, good. Anyway, that's behind the scenes stuff. You can ignore that part.
Yeah.
That was weird. What was I saying? Oh yeah, his side slam looking backdrop move. Yeah, it's deadly looking. Also, I wasn't aware Cross's finishers had names. Like he has the cross hammer and the cross jacket. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the ring for so long that I just completely forgot. Yeah,
I mean, I don't watch main event, so I have no idea what his moves are called.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the cross hammer is basically the bull hammer elbow. It's like an ode to Wade Barrett, and then the cross jacket is like a really cool looking sleeper, basically. Kind of cool. I kind of dig it. He didn't hit the cross hammer though. He missed. He did get the cross jacket on. There was some more back and forth, and then Sammy did his follow the person back to the turnbuckle haluva kick, where he's right behind them the whole time, and then when they turned around, he haluva kicks him in the corner, which looked really nasty looking. He smoked the side of his face really well.
Yeah.
And Sammy won.
Cross was talking smack to him, telling him he needs to quit and blah 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 blah. Then he goes to run back to the other corner, and Sammy follows him and hits him with the haluva kick.
That's right. Yeah, he was talking the whole time. That's right. Yep. Yeah. So you give it a 4. I give it a 6. My thought process is that Sammy looked really good and Cross looked okay.
I mean, Sammy can take a beating and still win.
And he does great moves. He can still do high flying stuff and crazy backflips and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if Cross did quite enough in this match to convince the back that he should be pushed, but maybe he got a good response from the crowd. He just moves really slowly.
He does.
He moves like Kane, but he's not as big as Kane. He's a big dude, but he's not Kane. You don't, you know, he's slow. And I wish he was faster. So maybe that's part of why he's not getting pushed, is he's kind of
bland.
He's got good character and he's got good facial expression, and I really like his story lately of like targeting liars and like trying to get them to come to the dark side, if you will. But he is in the ring. He is kind of boring.
He is.
There was just nothing in there where I was like, wow, that really impressed me. I mean, his side slam backdrop was really cool.
It just doesn't do a whole lot for me in the ring.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he's on Raw on Monday.
He'll
I'm a little
be
concerned for him
in the commercials.
yeah, definitely possible.
Back to being in the commercials.
All right. How do we do on predictions?
Well, I thought Cross needed to win to have any kind of relevancy or keep any kind of relevancy, and you thought Sammy was going to win, so you got 4, and I got 0.
Nice. Clean sweep so far for TJ.
Yeah.
What was the bonus question? This one I definitely don't remember.
Bonus question was, would it be over or under 5 minutes?
Oh, somehow I don't think I got this one right.
We both thought that it would be over 5 minutes.
Oh, I said over?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And it was 13 minutes and 35 seconds. So we both got the bonus.
Nice. Cool. All right. Let's move on. Next up was the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu defending against Solo Sikoa. Let's do our match rating here. This is the only one I haven't thought about. I got to think about this for a sec.
I wrote mine down already before the show.
Yeah. I'm trying. Man, I'm all over the place with this rating. Okay, I got mine.
All right.
3, 2, 1. All right. 5 and a 6. All right, let's get to my notes here. Ba-boom. Solo out first. Taking it all. We got to do that every time. It's pointed out that Solo has never held a singles title on the main roster. Foreshadowing?
Could be.
Could be. Jacob came out second with an amazing entrance. That start of that entrance was dope.
Yes.
It did that like 5, 2. And it had like the flames coming out, and the whole screen was going like black and red. It was really sick. Really good entrance. That stage is great. I like that stage. Crowd was really into this match. Super invested in the story, it seems like. They're big fans of the Bloodline. Great back and forth between these two. They just kept trading blows, kept trading moves. It's what you like to see in these kind of matches. Just no dominance. I like even matchups like this.
Good back and forth.
Yep. Great storytelling. Great talking from Solo in the ring. Quote, "You never loved me, now I'm taking your ass out." Love it.
Yep.
Solo is so good. I like Solo a lot now. He's really come around lately.
He might be the best brother of all of them, of all 3.
Oh, that's a statement. I think more time will be needed to tell that, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. What else here? Scary looking German that flipped him completely upside down, which Jacob no sold.
Somewhat, wasn't it? Is that the one that he did a half rotation on?
Yeah. Yeah. He barely made it to like a chest, and his head on. He almost landed on his head, basically. And then he no sold it. And then at this point, JC Mateo comes down to the ring to distract the ref, while the returning Tonga Loa comes in and performs a spinning neck breaker. But Jacob kicks out.
The draping one that Jacob had his feet on the second rope.
Yeah.
In the corner. Yep.
Jacob does a crazy sideways jump over the top rope dive to the outside. He's got to name that move. He's done it a couple times now. It just looks scary. Yeah. I think he did it at Money in the Bank too, because I referenced it looking like a high jumper at the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know how they like bend their back over the pole like that. That's what it looks like. It's crazy. JC Mateo then gets in the ring, but Jacob takes him out and performs the moonsault on Solo. Does he have a name for the moonsault? Also, it's exactly the same as the prettiest moonsault ever. I just want to point that out.
I think he has a name for it.
No. It's so weird that there's two people in the company with the same exact finisher, and no one's kind of said anything. But I guess it's because they're in different divisions.
The Mighty Moonsault.
The Mighty Moonsault. Interesting. After the moonsault, Haku's-san debuts, interferes, choke slams Jacob on the table on the outside while the ref is distracted, throws him back in the ring. Solo performs a bonkers spike on Jacob, which sends him like flipping over backwards, and Solo pins him for the win.
So they didn't refer to him by name, but they did mention that we've seen him in Japan.
Yeah.
Wreaking havoc in Japan.
I really hope the rumor isn't true of what his real name is. Have you heard the rumor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope that Tala Tonga is not the frickin' name. If that's the name, career dead on arrival.
Well, I mean, if he's better in ring than Tonga Loa, I think he'll be okay. But the name,
I think everyone's better in ring than Tonga Loa.
Wow,
Tonga Loa's bad, man. He's Mr. Butch. Like he's really bad. When he came back, I was like, oh, it's the lesser Tonga twin. Where's Tama Tonga? He's the better one. Yeah. Where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to him, or I don't know what his injury was.
Yeah, I guess it was more severe. I don't know, or it happened after.
Yeah, it happened.
Loa, so I'm not sure. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Loa was out for a while.
Yeah, he's been out since SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I have a few questions, a few critiques.
Yeah.
About this. So I enjoyed the match until the interference, which normally I enjoy the crazy interference, and we'll get to that more later in the show. Normally I like interference, but the problem here is that it took 4 dudes to take the title away from Jacob, which makes Jacob look strong, and it makes Solo look like an absolute puss.
Well, how many times did they need multiple people for Roman to defend a title?
But Solo's not... Well, that's true.
I mean, they had Solo, they had Jay and Jimmy. And sometimes even Sammy.
That's true. Speaking of Jimmy, where was he?
Yeah, where was Jimmy? We saw him We saw him on SmackDown.
No one comes to Jacob's defense.
Yeah.
What? Baffling.
You saw him and Jacob on SmackDown together in the ring and also afterwards in the parking lot, or at the entrance to the arena, saying
The
pretty much that they have each other's backs.
Well, kind of. So this is my theory is that the way Jacob said it as he walked away from Jimmy was, what is Jacob saying?
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah, he was like, as long as you get in where you fit in, everything will be cool. Or like, as long as you stay out of my way and get in where you fit in, it'll be good. And he walked away, and Jimmy kind of gave him like a, kind of a halvesies look. And I'm thinking maybe he didn't come to Jacob's defense on purpose, and on SmackDown next week, Jacob will confront him and be like, "Where were you, man?"
We'll see.
And Jimmy will just be like, "I got in where I fit in." And then maybe Jimmy will join Solo.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to see. So yeah, I also, this is like the third iteration of the bloodline. So we had the OG bloodline, Roman and the Usos, and Solo, I guess technically, and then we had Solo and the Tongas and Jacob, technically, and now we have Solo, JC Mateo, Tala Tonga, and the Tongas.
Yes.
It's just getting a little weird. It's getting a little stretched.
Well, I mean, they're all family.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not against
JC
it.
Mateo isn't.
No, he's not. Also, JC Mateo, not a fan.
He could be good. I mean, they just don't present him as what he could be.
He's Timu Rhino.
He is kind of Timu Rhino.
Really, he's got that same body type. He has no charisma that I can see, or that they've let him share. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see where this goes. I reserve judgment just because it's early for this new bloodline. what do you call it? Bloodline 3.0.
Yeah.
But we'll see where it goes from here, I guess. But I was a little disappointed that this wasn't better. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I don't know where this goes from here. Like, obviously, they're not going to be done feuding, but what are they going to do at SummerSlam with these two? There's a rematch, or
I don't know.
Where does Jacob go from here? Besides a rematch, like I just don't understand. Anyway, and you can't have a tag match because there's like 4 of these dudes.
Yeah.
So.
It's almost
like, how do we do?
I mean, it's almost like it's going to be War Games, Bloodlines.
Right, but like, who's on Jacob's side? That's the question.
Jimmy and Jay and
Roman,
maybe.
Well, they would win.
They should. Yeah.
They should absolutely dominate Solo again. Which kind of...
But I mean, that's basically the same as it was last year.
Yeah. I don't know where they're going. This is kind of the... We're in such a weird place with WWE where it was like a year ago we were complaining that it was so easy to predict. But on the flip side of that, the product was so good and it was so entertaining that we really didn't give a shit in the end that it was predictable.
Yeah.
Now it's unpredictable and it's not really that good. So it's like, I feel like I'm like a mirror. I'm like in a mirror dimension.
It's almost like what we would say about AEW, where it's just unpredictable because it's bad, because you don't really see a lot of options.
Yeah.
Whereas WWE was unpredictable because there were so many options. Now it just doesn't seem like there's many options.
Yeah, it's like, where are they going with this? I can't see the paths that they're seeing.
Yeah.
If they see paths, maybe they're just making it up as they go along again.
Could be.
I don't know. All right, yeah. How do we do on predictions, sir?
Predictions. I thought Jacob was going to retain, and you thought Solo was going to win again or win the title. So you got 1, and I got 0.
Clean sweep so far. Woo!
As far as the
what
bonus,
was the? Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of focus. There we go. All right. Question was, would we see a new debut? Well, we saw a return of Tonga Loa, and we also saw
A
a
debut.
debut of Tala Tonga,
Yep.
formerly known as Hikuleo.
Hikaleo.
Yep, we both got it wrong. So we both missed the bonus point.
I haven't read up on WWE.com if they're referring to him. Let me see it. Let me read the results for that match and see. Okay, here we go.
I think maybe they referenced it on that. Solo referenced it on the post show.
Yeah, WWE.com just says another superstar made a surprise appearance, so that they don't reference his name. Please don't be Talatonga. It's terrible. All right. What was next here?
Let's see. Let's see. The name was confirmed in the hours following the premium live event on the 28th.
Oh no! Don't be Talatonga.
But I don't see that it was Solo that said it. Now, there was a trademark that was filed in June of last year that was Tala Tonga, Talla.
Oh God, no!
Tonga. But I mean, that was June of last year, which I'm assuming that would be for him, since he's a 7-footer.
What a bad name. What is happening? I don't think Triple H is in charge of creative anymore. I really don't. It's like what? You changed Jeff Cobb to JC Mateo, and now you're changing Hikaleo to Tala Tonga. People aren't going to understand who Tongaloa, Tama Tonga, and Tala Tonga are. They're going to get them confused all the time. Ugh. All right.
I mean, are you going to when Tama Tonga comes back? Are you going to rename him Shorta Tonga?
Shorta Tonga.
Or Shortest Tonga?
I like it. All right, the next match was the Queen of the Ring final. Jade Cargill versus Asuka.
Or as Wade Barrett would say, Asuka.
Asuka. You say Asuka, I say Asuka. 3, 2, 1. Oh, damn. Wow. Damn, son. Damn.
Oof, 2.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's get into the notes. Asuka was out first. Why do we always get hooked on this name thing? John Chain. Asuka was out first with a pretty standard entrance. I thought she was going to get something more spectacular, but it was very basic. Nothing special at all. Jade, on the other hand, epic entrance, including an X-Men Storm outfit, which was dope. She even had contact lenses in to have white eyes. Looked really cool.
Yeah.
And really, really crazy wig. Yeah, it was really cool. However, this match got off to a very rough start. Neither women got significant pops. It was almost like dead air.
Yeah.
And I made a comment earlier in here that Jade looked oddly nervous. I said, maybe it's just me, but she just looks kind of shaky. There was a point at which she was up on the ring and she was doing this. She had her hand just suspended like this for some reason. And she was
yeah,
doing that. And I'm like, it could be the adrenaline, I guess. But just the look on her face, and I don't know. She just looked real nervous for some reason. Crowd had little to no interest in this match for some reason. Just dead. However, Asuka did an amazing counter into a knee bar. Did you see that earlier in the match? She did it was like a pop-up sunset flip, but then she reversed into a knee bar. It was Asuka's amazing. Jade got booed. Some light booing for Jade. I was like, what is happening in this match?
Yeah, they I think that's just
Like,
kind of an anomaly.
yeah, I was very confused. I don't I because the crowd. I don't think it's a women thing because they were on fire for Rhea and Raquel, but for this match they were just like, yeah, who are these people? Who gives a shit? It was very strange.
Yeah.
Um, at some point in the match, the crowd started chanting something, but I couldn't make out what it was.
I
And
couldn't make it out either.
yeah, I'm assuming it was in their language because I couldn't make it out. But I can't imagine it was anything good.
No, probably
Can't
not.
imagine it was anything good. Um, and then Jade out of nowhere does her finisher and wins.
Yep.
That's the extent of my notes.
Kind of a
Um,
I mean, this was the shortest match.
yeah,
I don't know if they had to call an audible, or not if they had to. I don't know if they called an audible because of the reaction, because of the
maybe.
quality of the match. I don't know. But it was definitely seemed like it kind of ended out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah. Rough match, very disappointing. Asuka really didn't get like huge offense in. She didn't even land a finisher. Um,
Well,
yeah, rough
that
match.
just means Jade didn't kick out of one. So I
Well,
don't
that's true.
don't have a problem with that.
That's true. But yeah, rough match, very disappointing. Crowd couldn't have cared less. I couldn't have cared less. It was like, oh yay, Jade is your queen of the ring. Yay.
And she started talking afterwards, and I don't really remember what she said, anything.
And nobody cared.
Oh,
She
just
got a couple of
kind of
boos.
like, don't give up on your dreams, or don't, just kind of
She
like a
said at one
motivational
point,
thing.
persevere through the booze. I think
Yeah,
she said. Yeah. Which had to have been on the fly. That couldn't have been pre-planned.
right.
Um, yeah, that was not a good match. They had no chemistry whatsoever. Um, I really hope, and again, I don't. I'm not here to shit on anyone's dreams or anything, but I don't think Jade is. I don't think she is living up to the hype. I think they need to pull the plug. Like she came in with all this momentum, all this expectation, all this hype, and she's just kind of not. She's
Not
had like one
quite
shining
living up to it.
moment. No, she's just not. Maybe she'll turn it around. Obviously she has a chance because she's in a title match now at SummerSlam. Um, but I'm kind of checked out on Jade.
Let's see.
Like Jade's getting the spotlight, and what's Bianca doing?
She got broken fingers.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I mean, depending on how long Jade wants to do this, she's 33. If she still wants to give it 4 or 5 years, she hopefully can turn it around
yeah,
and
yeah,
progress a lot faster than what she has.
yeah. Agreed. All right, how do we do on predictions?
Predictions, I thought that they were still going to be pushing the rocket to Jade, and you thought that Asuka was going to win. I bet with my mind instead of my heart because I really wanted Asuka to win. So I got 3, and you were
Ugh,
wrong. You got 0.
there goes my clean sweep.
There goes your clean sweep.
Out the window, ladies and gentlemen. Out the window. All right. What was the bonus question?
A bonus question was, what was going to be the primary color of Asuka's face paint?
Oh yeah.
No, I just had it up on my screen. It
I should have got a
was.
picture.
I do have one. Can't really share my screen.
No.
Um, it was primarily white with red and black accent.
Okay. What was it? And so I said gold, so I definitely didn't get the point.
You said gold, and I said green.
Oh, so neither of us gets the point.
So we both got 0.
Bummer. All right.
I thought green because green was the other color on the Saudi flag, other than white.
Right.
So I thought it
Makes
was going to be
sense.
green.
All right, then. Let's get into the main event, which was John Cena
John Cena
versus Punk CM. I don't know what else he would call CM Punk.
Remember?
I don't think he was around when Santino was around, was he?
Oh, he was.
Wonder what he would call him. The CM Punk, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. No, it didn't. Nope, it didn't say.
As long as we get to call him John Cena, I don't care. John Cena.
Nope.
I got my.
It didn't.
No. Maybe they just never interacted. The Punkster.
All right. I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
That's very interesting.
Okay. Let's get into the notes. Oh, Punk comes out first. Comes out in a badass custom sports jacket that I really want. Really
cool.
want that as a badass sports jacket. What do they call that type of sports jacket? Is it just a sports jacket?
Like a windbreaker type?
Yeah, it's got the cuffs and the collar cuffs. There's a name for it. I don't know what it is, but I want one. Punk sits cross-legged in the ring as his music stops and waits for Cena, very akin to their Money in the Bank classic. Cena comes out to his normal dark arena, white text entrance. Nothing special. Split crowd. Half for Cena, half for Punk. Both got cheers. Both got boos.
Yes.
Nice slow burn start to the match. Back and forth chain wrestling and an attempt at a GTS, which was reversed. Punk chills on the top turnbuckle after Cena slides out of the ring after the GTS. Classic. Reminding me of Christian. Christian used to do that. There was I don't know if you caught this, but there was a very awkward moment where it seemed like Cena forgot what he was supposed to do. It looked like he was supposed to go for the AA, and Punk just kind of laid on top of his shoulders for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And Cena wasn't moving. But my next point was...
something was off.
Yeah. My next point was, maybe not. It looks like Punk's now doing a standing octopus stretch. I'm betting that was what the goal was, and it just didn't happen for whatever reason. But Cena countered the stretch into a side slam. Cena does his 5 moves of doom, fails at the AA. In brackets, I have, why does Cena do the 5-knuckle shuffle still? He's supposed to be a heel. He's supposed to be not giving people what they want. Why is he doing that?
Because He's not changing anything about himself. Why he didn't change his music, why he's still wearing the jorts, the city-specific gear. He's not changing anything about himself.
Fair. Punk lands a Macho Man elbow and calls for the GTS. Cena counters it into the STF, and then Punk counters that into the Anaconda Vice. And then Cena counters that into a pin, and then a break. They get back up, and Cena hits the AA, but Punk kicks out. Cena goes for another AA. Punk counters into a gut kick and DDT, and then puts Cena in the STF himself.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool moment.
It was.
Cena grabs the rope. There's some counters, and Cena goes for another 5-knuckle shuffle, which Punk counters and attempts a DDT, but Cena counters into an AA, but again, Punk kicks out. Cena goes for an avalanche AA off the top rope, but Punk counters and goes for a crossbody, but Cena counters and pops him up into another AA, and Punk kicks out again.
Another kick out.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Cena has a look of defeat in his eyes, but then sees the title belt at ringside and goes to get it. Cena gets in the ring, but after the crowd chants to not do it, Cena tosses the title outside the ring and goes for an AA, but Punk reverses it into a GTS, but Cena kicks out. So I guess that was another seed planted of Cena returning to his old ways.
Yeah, could be.
Crowd going crazy. Crowd loving this match. Punk and Cena battle back and forth, trading punches and clotheslines, shoulder tackles. Then a ref gets taken out by a mal-timed shoulder tackle by Cena. Punk gets GTS on Cena and goes for the pin, but there's no ref. Punk calls for another ref, but instead out comes Seth Rollins and his still yet to be named group.
The Seth Riders.
God, I hope not. Seth
They're
sends
about as
Braun.
entertaining as the Death Riders.
Yeah. So where is the damn name? I can't believe they still have Seth's old music and still no name for the group. It's just insane. It's just getting dumb. Seth sends Braun and Bronson to try and take out Punk. Punk fends them off and goes for an over-the-top rope splash on them outside the ring, but he somehow falls through them and almost lands on his head. Then they pick him up and do something to him into the table.
Yeah,
they tried to do like a choke slam or like a spine buster, but they like half dropped him, so they just kind of like pushed him into the table. Really bad couple of spots there. I don't know. Braun and Bronson not on the same page. Seth calls for a ref with Punk taken out. Charles Robinson does a mad dash for the ring, but gets pounced by Cena.
That was a pretty sick pounce too.
It was really good.
I liked it.
Poor Charles Robinson after the show tweeted, "I'm alive." Classic Charles. Then Cena hops into the ring and AA Seth Rollins, Braun and Bronson get back in the ring and start beating up Cena. Then of all people, Penta comes down and starts brawling with Braun and Bronson.
But
with Braun.
But he has to slowly walk down and do his little Penta walk first. Yeah,
he's got to do that thing. While Bronson remains in the ring with Cena. Hold on to that thought for a second. Penta comes down and starts brawling with Braun while Bronson remains in the ring with Cena. Hold on to that thought for a second. It's coming up. Braun takes out Penta on the ramp, and then Sami Zayn then comes out to help Penta and takes Braun toward the stage. Penta then jumps off the stage and takes out both Sami and Braun with a dive off the stage. The camera goes back to the ring, where Bronson, seemingly having done nothing this entire fucking time,
yes,
then decides to go for a tsunami because the camera wasn't on him. But Punk finally gets up from his being pushed into the table on the outside. Gets up on the apron, pushes him off the top rope, and then Cena AAs Bronson. And we're back to Cena and Punk with no ref. They both get back up eventually. Punk offers a handshake to Cena after helping each other. Cena takes it, but then does the look that he gave when he turned on Cody.
And mind you, the original referee is still down from a shoulder block.
Yes, the original referee is still down this whole time. Cena takes the handshake, but then goes for the low blow. But CM Punk counters it, and then Seth comes in and clobbers Punk with the briefcase, stomps Punk, but then Cena manages to throw Seth out of the ring and land on Punk just as Charles Robinson enters the ring. And 1, 2, 3, and still your WWE champion, Jajane.
So the original referee gets taken out by a shoulder block. But
an accidental shoulder block.
Charles Robinson gets
fucking plowed,
pounced out of a dead sprint, and he can get up before.
Yeah, weird.
And Charles Robinson was probably what, 60?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, doesn't look 60 though. That's for sure.
Yeah, 60 years old.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a very entertaining match. That's why I gave it an 8. It was very entertaining. It had its problems, definitely. Like, what the fuck was Bronson doing in the ring, picking his nose for 5 minutes? And then the botches with Punk and Braun and Bronson, that needed some work. But I liked the overall storytelling and everything. And it's very clear to me at this point that there's definitely going to be a Seth, Braun, and Bronson versus Sami,
Penta and Punk.
And Punk or LA Knight. One of the two. Because I was expecting LA Knight to show up because he's been involved that whole time. And then maybe he just didn't want to show up to Saudi, is my guess. But you could be right. It could be Seth, Penta, Sammy, and Punk. Probably at SummerSlam is my guess. Or maybe Saturday night's main event because they need stuff for that.
Could be, yeah.
Everyone was calling for Roman twice tonight. They were chanting OTC during Jacob and Solo, and they were chanting OTC during this match as well. And no Roman. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure he's
not yet
ready.
He's got to come back for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Or will he return at SummerSlam like last year?
That's a good question. Yeah. I think he'll be back before SummerSlam since it's 2 nights.
I would think
so. Got to fill that up. Yeah. I just don't know who he's going to face. Like,
yeah.
What's he going to do? I have no idea. Oh. Gunther. He might come after the world title.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Because Gunther's going to be done with Goldberg by then, probably. Well, unless Goldberg wins, which is one of our fears. But anyway. Yeah, so...
Oh, I would love it. I love the chaos.
Yeah, the chaos is real.
Yeah.
The chaos reign. So, you didn't like it as much as me. What were your concerns with it?
I liked the match until all the tomfoolery.
Yeah. Not a fan of the Bloodlines rules match?
I mean, it's very... they want to recreate the magic of the WrestleMania 40 finish with Undertaker, with Cena, with Rock. That's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's... I mean, I know it's Cena being a heel, so it's going to have a belt shot, it's going to have a nut shot, it's going to have a ref bump, that kind of stuff, but just the big giant interference. I mean, how many matches ended in interference or had interference? I mean, you had Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea, Solo,
and Raquel, Solo, and this match. I mean, half
the matches.
Yeah. Just by the time this happened, and so many people, Sammy, Penta,
Braun, Bronson, Seth.
I mean, they're not that they're not main event people, but it's not Cena, it's not Undertaker, it's not Rock. You know, basically trying to recreate what WrestleMania 40 was with mid-carders.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fair point.
It knocked it down too, because I mean, for 40-something-year-old Cena and Punk, it was a good match.
Yeah, and they could have gone without the interference. I think the interference both added to it and took away from it, you know, because it's like, if this really is their last match, I kind of wanted it to be just a straight one-on-one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and it took it away. It took away a lot for me.
That being said, though, I did like the risk of Seth cashing in. I was like, oh, are they doing it early? Like, there was a small part of me that was like, oh, they're gonna do the heist already?
Yeah, I thought maybe too, but then it would set up a Seth and Cody match for SummerSlam if he won.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be too that wouldn't be out of the stretch of the imagination of the creative lately to redo that again. Because I mean, we got Punk and Seth potentially going at it again now.
Yeah, but if Seth would have cashed in and won, does that mean Seth moves over to SmackDown? Because that's a SmackDown title.
Yeah, it would. I assume. Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was going to be a Cody and Cena rematch after Cody won, pretty much. At least to me. So
yeah,
just all the interference took away a lot for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture when Seth would use it, and the only thing I can think of that makes any semblance of sense is I think you may have told me this idea of Goldberg beating Gunther at Saturday night's main event, and then Seth immediately comes in and cashes it in on Goldberg and takes it away from him.
Something involving that match, whether it's Seth comes out and makes it a 3-way and wins, and as part of that, Goldberg and Braun Breaker have a match at SummerSlam coming out of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, and then with the other Money in the Bank, you've got my buddy messaged me, and he's like, when Jade won, he's like, oh, Jade is beating Tiffany at SummerSlam, and then Naomi's going to cash in and take it away from Jade. Yeah. All right. How do we do on our final predictions here?
Final predictions. We both thought, well, on the only two matches that we got the same on, we thought it was going to set up a Cena and Cody match at SummerSlam, and that's what we got. I bet 5, you bet 6.
Almost a clean sweep.
Almost a clean sweep.
And the bonus for this one was the title shots?
How many times would the title belt be used to hit another person? Over, under, 1.5. So would there be less than 2 or 2 or more?
I don't remember what we said.
I took the over, and you took the under.
And I don't think there was any.
There were none. There was briefcase. There's Money in the Bank briefcase hits, but not title shots. So you got 1 and I got 0.
Damn.
Yes.
All right, I will let you tally up the ratings and the prediction scores.
So on the bonus questions, I think we did a pretty good job of coming up with out of the box promo or out of the box bonus questions, because I got 1 right and you only got, or I got 1 right, you got 2 right.
Yeah, they were tough.
Yeah, they were good ones.
Mm-hmm.
As far as ratings,
mine's definitely going to be higher, I think. Not by much, though. I don't think we weren't that far off normally. And we had a couple of reversals.
As far as ratings, my average was a 5.67, and yours was a 5.83. So you only rated 1 point higher than I did.
That was a lot closer. I think that might be the closest our ratings have ever been. Wow.
You gave 35 rating points, and I gave 34.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Very close. All right, the moment of truth, sir.
The moment of truth. Let me grab the title. If you've been keeping track at home, you already know. Six matches. We matched
2 of them.
2 of them. We got the same. The two matches that we got the same winners, we actually bet different points.
Mm-hmm.
The other 4 matches, we bet the same amount of points.
Wow.
So it came down to the 4 matches that we picked different. Bonus questions already said that you got 2 bonus points. I got 1. So by a final score of 15-20.
Oh, big gap.
Your winner. And new, once again, champion, TJ Leo.
Get this bad boy out here.
Yes. You win.
I put that around my neck. There we go. I wear it like, I don't know. Someone wears it around their neck. I don't know who it is.
Jacob does sometimes.
Yeah, boy. Feels good to be back. Yeah, so a pretty average show overall. You know, we basically have an average of 5.7.
Yep.
Was basically the average.
Between 5 and 6.
I think it was good for what it was. You know, like if you were to look at this card and go, what do you think it's going to end up like? I think you'd probably be like, you know. Even our own Sim 31 didn't even bother watching it because the card was looked so weak.
It is
But
just kind of blah.
yeah, but on paper, but watching it, I was entertained, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it was on in the afternoon, so I wasn't
Yeah, I think that
absolutely
is part of it.
exhausted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish that they would do this more often. I really like the afternoon shows, but
I do too.
yeah. Although one thing I will say is that I'm kind of, we talked about this I don't know, a few weeks ago maybe, that they seem to be doing a lot less international shows
Yes.
lately. I'm kind of okay with them spacing them out more because they feel more special when they happen. Like that crowd was on fire tonight,
It was.
on Saturday night. Um, when we were getting them back to back to back to back, they were kind of getting annoying. I like the fact that oh, look at that, he's got like a little advertisement in the background. I like it.
I got to fill in the space, right?
I like it. I like it. I don't know what I was saying.
The time.
No, I wasn't talking about the time. What was I talking about?
The quality.
Was I talking about? No.
The bad quality. The international PPVs or the.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah,
shows.
yeah. Yeah, just they when they're back to back to back to back, it was like really getting annoying. But when they space it out, it's kind of like a treat.
Yeah.
When you get a super crowd like that, it's really nice. Stands out more. So I'm okay with them spacing out the international crowds like they're doing.
Yep.
All right. Anything else we want to say about Night of Champions? I don't think they've announced anything for Raw as of yet.
I did see, Adam Pearce does his little videos on Sundays every week. I don't really remember.
We know the tag championships are online.
Yeah.
On Monday, but that's basically it, right?
Yep.
And that.
No, that's not it.
And we're only we have 2 weeks until Saturday night's main event, Evolution, NXT, Great American Bash, and AEW All In.
We get Sheamus versus Rusev.
Oh, that should be good.
Yep.
That should be good. Good hard hitting matchup.
Yep.
Let me jot this down. So July 10th weekend is AEW. Let's see. Do you know what order they're in? It's NXT first, right?
No. Yes.
It's NXT's on before Saturday night's main event.
Yes.
Right. So it's NXT Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event.
And then Sunday
Evolution and AEW All In.
No, Saturday is All In.
Oh are you serious? There's 3 in one night? Oh God, I hope that's not true.
It's the 12th. Saturday the 12th.
Holy crap. So there's 3 WWE events in one, or 3 wrestling events in one night. Wow. In one day, I should say.
Yeah. All In is at 3:00 Eastern.
Wow. We're going to have to talk about how we're going to deal with that. Because last time we did a 3-show weekend, I was just exhausted.
Yeah, All In's 3 Eastern. Great American Bash is Saturday afternoon as well. And then
holy balls.
Saturday night's main event, of course, is at 8 Eastern.
Crazy. That's going to be a crazy weekend. All right. We'll figure out what to do. In the meantime, if you want to catch me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
And you can see I'm at Cole2K on BlueSky and the X.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. The link is in the description of the video. Join us there where you can talk to myself, you can talk to Cole, you can talk to Simp31, and so many others that are talking about wrestling, talking about gaming, talking about world events, all that good stuff.
And On Patrol
Um,
Live.
And On Patrol
as
Live on
well.
the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. That's a good show. I think that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Definitely share. Please get the word out there.
Yes.
Our shorts are doing really well, so keep sharing. Ring the bell for notifications, and until next time. Do you have a call out for us?
I do. That's going to do it
Here
for
we
this
go.
episode. That's going to do it for this episode. And clearly, for my dignity, I lost the predictions challenge, so I'll be spending the rest of the week eating my words and apparently crow. Tune in next time when I hopefully remember how wrestling works. Until then, stay safe, stay savage, and unlike me, stay undefeated. Goodbye.